Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another fake Grand Order video, and it's still a lot of It's still Valentine's Day time. Not much going on right now, besides just kind of grinding out these chocolates and getting that done, so that's what today's video is going to be as I go back in there. I ended up finding the team that I've been using mostly for all the grinding. The reason is because this uses a lot of the characters that I like and is kind of different and also not in any way recreatable in any way. So let me just say that at the beginning here. So that's going to be today's video. I'm going to be using, if you couldn't tell already from the thumbnail, an all God sibling team that uses Tez, Cuckoo, and I forgot because they're both Cuckoo, and Quetz. Uses all three of them as the main kind of go-throughs, and this is how the team goes. But Tez and Cuckoo both have 100% thanks to the Valentine's Day, and this is how the team kind of functions. It uses a single Vitch. This is, again, only possible because my Cuckoo is level 120 NP5. I don't think it's likely going to be possible if it was anything less than that. I would be curious to hear if it was possible, if someone similarly had all the Valentine's things powered up and then also had maybe MP3 or MP4. It probably would be possible actually with MP3. I don't think it's possible to 2-turn this, but it's definitely possible to 3-turn it if you have slightly less MP levels. Just because she doesn't get anything from the bonus because her bonus doesn't activate. So yeah, this is the team. And I'll go in. And yeah, I've been using this one to exclusively farm. Is it the most optimal? It is not in any kind of way possible to be the most optimal. But it does use a lot of the units I like and therefore gives them a lot of bond points, which is what I care about the most. So here's how the team goes. Quetz, if you don't know, gives Guts and 50% Buster to a single ally with this card. So she gives him Buster. This gives stars, and this will give her some increase in NP, along with making it so that any NP charge will give her an increase of, what the fuck is it called? Crit Star Generation? There we go. Crit Star Gather Rate. That's what it's called. Not that it matters too much because we're going to use all those stars right here on Cuckoo. We're going to use Cuckoo's middle because this is a 50% targetable that goes straight to her. And then to Tez, his Guts activates first so that he has Guts. And then we use this skill right here so that both him and Cuckoo get an additional 18% attack because mine is not at full level. Mine is at level 8, so I believe it's around 18% for both of them, which is really nice. We target the big guy right here. And then we go doop, doop. The other thing I should mention, the reason I don't think it's actually possible for others is because my Quetz is also NP3 and level 120. So, Tez will hit everyone. Cuckoo will hit the big man to finish him off. And then it doesn't matter what card you pick. It doesn't matter if it's Quick, it doesn't matter if it's Arts, it doesn't matter if it's Buster, it doesn't matter if it's Tez, doesn't matter if it's Cuckoo, doesn't matter if it's Quetz. Whoever's getting hit the last one will be enough to kill. So here he comes in, brings in the Doom as nigh, hits them all, respectable damage, not enough to actually kill both though, but enough to make them in kill range. Quetz will then jump up, hit him with the plancha that she says that this is, but it's not a plancha, I think. Yep, that should be enough. It'd be funny if the one time I did this was enough for it to not be enough, but it's enough. I also have the Black Grail and Max Limit Break on Cuckoo. That also is a big help in terms of damage. And then we swap out for here. Quetz has done her job. Fantastic. Give this to her. Give that to her. And then, from there... See, if this is where if I was running a normal team with Buster stuff, the double Buster card would be enough to 2-turn it, I think. But I'm not, so... This is good enough to drop her really low. But this should be enough to kill the dude in the back, and Elephant God is going to just take enough damage. She takes more damage from these hits, actually, than she does from the NP, funny enough. Just because she doesn't have, advantage. If she did, they would be over. And yeah, if this should be enough to give her right there, because Tez gives 30%, even though mine is level 8, it doesn't give the full 30, it gives a good 20-something, so as long as you're above, you're pretty close to 30%, it should be enough to give, enough to get to 50%, and then Vitch over here will give the last bit of it. I forgot to use this, but it's okay, because I can use this now. And no cuckoo cards here, so I'm just gonna go here, I guess. It'd be funny if this doesn't actually 3-turn. Now that I look at those cards, I'm like, wait a minute, I could actually fail this. We'll see. There's a chance for this to fail. I just realized it. I was like, wait a minute. This is the worst set of cards I've ever received. Never mind. Never had a chance of failure. Should beat him up. Tez is also increasing the master skill level of a lot of my stuff too, which is very nice. And yeah, that's the basic team, and this is what I've been running. Again, not the most optimal. Pretty easy in terms of setup. I like how Tez and Quetz have a kind of way to form up together and actually make it so that everyone gets their stuff. I think that's cool. But for the most part, only really possible because of the buff that gives both of him, both Tez and Cuckoo, max NP at the start here. And yeah, did you know that this gives 50%? I think that's probably the fine. I'm pretty sure it's 50%. Let me look it up just to be sure. But I'm almost positive that my girl gives 50% on that. Go. That or it's pretty close. It's like that for 50, or it's like this 30%, which is like 20% away from it. Nope, that's the wiki if I want to look at what her ability does do. Yeah, it's 30%. 30% to Buster, and then her first skill gives 21 attack percentage. Weird number for it to go through. So yeah, overall 50%. So not exactly. If it was 50%, that'd be amazing, but it is not. It is not that. So yeah, there we go. Very nice. Very nice. Go here. Go here. I wish Tez's Ascension things weren't so expensive, because otherwise I would have already had him at max skills by this point. As you can tell, I've still not beaten Lost Belt 7, mainly because I've been doing other stuff. I also always forget to do this. There we go. A lot of clicking in this one. There we go. Go here, here. And yeah, we'll go with Buster. Again, it doesn't really matter, but as long as you do one of them. Yep, there he is. Summons the big skeleton man. Hits him with a living death. And does decent enough damage, but it's not enough to actually kill both of them. But that's okay, because he does just enough to drop it down to where Quetz can just pick him up and put him down again. Adios, saludo. I also love the wide-ranging. That's why I was like, you know, can Quetz actually kill for Noble Phantasm? And the answer is yes. Almost always. She always does that for me. Honestly, if there was a way to get Quetz her... Actually, would that be a better way to go around, actually, now that I think about it? No, there's no way for me to get the... I'm thinking in real time, if it's possible. Because she gets 30% from that. You know what, I'm gonna check that after this. But for right now, I'm gonna go in here. Because I was just thinking, it's like, wait a minute, couldn't I just, like, pick up and stomp the shit out of her? But for right now, I'll keep it to this. Almost screwed up completely there. Let's go. Increased NP and attack for just a little bit. And again, I got double Buster on that. Again, I'm surprised. I very rarely get double Buster on here. But there we go. I mean, the other thing is, and it probably wouldn't be effective to do the thing I'm thinking of, just because I realize, like, the other dude is Berserker, and this is a Moon Cancer. So unless they were a ruler, no real going for it. Okay. I was thinking, is like, could Quetz do enough to make it so that it's possible to kill on turn 2? And the answer is no, I don't think so. She would need type advantage at that point. So yeah, 29, puts it up to 56, go here, and then kills him completely. Threat to humanity. Unfortunately, this is neither a threat to humanity or a Earth, because they are a shining star. Real shame on that. I don't know why they specifically made this one a... I know it was a Moon Cancer, but was there really just no Moon Cancer that specifically would have helped it, so Pope Joan maybe did a little bit better? I'm still thinking back to the video that I'd recorded a while back, thinking about how bad it went. I'm thinking, like, a lot of it comes down to just, like, I don't have the bonuses, and without the bonuses, a lot of the time, some servants aren't able to get the full breadth of what their kit needs and stuff like that. And obviously that doesn't hurt Cuckoo at all because Cuckoo's just insanely powerful. Plus, I'm not even mentioning the fact that she's also giving us 10 crit stars every turn. That helps a whole bunch. Get that. Go there. I was almost about to hit the attack one up, but again, you have to do this first to make sure that he has the guts. It's important. Just like it's important to remember this damn skill. There we go. Just go in there. Go there. Go there. Guy this. There we go. Get him up. Heart of the Hazy Mountain. Hazy Mirror. Owner of Heaven and the Earth. The first stun dies here. But yeah, the reason I was thinking is like, oh, I could just give her the second MP charger, but no, I can't actually because I used all my coins to get her to level 120, so I don't actually have any spare coins to open up any of the other additional skills. I don't think so, anyway. Double quits. Buster's would have gone crazy here. That's fine. Bring in her. Go there. Go here. Thank you for the power up. Go there. I'm also maybe not taking advantage of the fact that her Buster cards have ways to make her MP stronger, but at the same time, I actually need those Buster cards to ensure that she has enough MP charge for when Tez does it. So if you're wondering, like, why are you using these that give them, like, NP gain and increasing of stuff after the fact, well, it's like, well, it's because I need to ensure that she's able to get her Noble Phantasm on the second turn. Because if you don't use it, if you use those cards first, because I've tested it, if you use those cards first to increase your NP damage, what ends up happening is that you do less overall damage. There we go. There we go. And that should be enough with that. I don't think it's the 300,000 from the NP and then Buster cards to finish it off from there. And if he doesn't, then I guess Tez will get the pickings here. Yep. Big ol' punch to the face. Love to see it. Complete 10 quests, almost done. How far am I away? I'm still over 100. I need to really get the grind up. I'm gonna have to use some of the... A lot of people get angry when I use the fruits because it's like, you're not lotto time, you have enough time to just wait. I have 480 silver apples. I'm gonna be okay. Look after yourself. In general, it is a good idea to do what they say and say like, hey man, I need to hold on to as many of these as I can. But you have to also recognize that I'm not most other people because I started playing when the game launched. So I just have a lot of excess stuff. So a lot of those early beginner rules don't apply to me because I've been playing for so long that I was able to save up so much of my stuff. I forgot again. There we go. Go there. As long as I never forget to click on them, that's the most important thing. Here we go. But yeah, I love these weird two-thing nodes like this because it actually lets me use units that are like different from most things. I don't mind doing the basic loop combo of like double ditch and Oberon, for example, for Buster. But I definitely, if it lets me use a little bit more of my other units in like weirder ways, I'm also down for that. Like this type of team. Because this team can only really work in this environment and it will never work outside of it unless I have like insane craft essence acquiring powers, I guess, is a way to say that. God damn, these are some terrible fucking cards that I just got. Did I just swap out the unit that I need? Bro, I'm not about to spend the next 50 minutes attempting to make that happen. I'm just gonna move away. That was bad. That was bad on my part. This is why you need to be paying more attention. I don't know how I did that. Did I just confuse Cuckoo and Quetz? Maybe. But they don't look anything... they don't look anything alike. Other than their voice cadence is a little bit similar. Other than that, they don't really have any similarities to them. Okay, go there. Alright, watch me remember this time. There. Okay. Go there, there. Maybe it was just me subconsciously saving me from potentially not being able to complete that one by having it just go that way. It's funny how serious Tez is compared to Quetz. Tez is like, I'm a true god, let me tell you about myself. Meanwhile, Quetz is like, they're not even translating what she's saying. She's like, goodbye, hero. They just refuse to translate whatever she was saying at that point. I don't know why that happened, must have been a bug, but let's go with it. Bam. Bam. This. There we go. Hit him up again. But yeah, I have a lot of apples. I'm not so bad off living as some of the other ones, and it comes from years of playing the game and being super caught up to the point where I can actually say like, hey, I don't need to do anything. God damn, she did a lot of damage right there. Damn near killed my guy. I don't think I even need to do a double phantasm on my turn. Yeah, I don't need to, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I can actually just hit her with the basic chain. I don't even need to go further than this. There we go. Plancha! Love it. We need more servants to make wrestling references. We don't have enough of them. We have currently 2. So that means we could use a lot more. Alright, let me back up. Go here. Complete that. Go here and see what else I need. I also need to be checking some of the other ones, because I have to also start slowly working on these. Collect all these. Nope. No need to collect those. Get them fruits. See, the fruits of eternity I'm suffering in because this is like a newer material. But then you look at my Scarab of Wisdoms, straight up a whole buttload of them. 507 Ghost Lanterns, 209 Scarab of Wisdoms, a bunch of other things. Like a lot of the things that I have low of are just things that are just brand new to the game overall, or are material that requires just like 70 at a time. And I recently upgraded an old servant that used like 150 of them or so. Sure, just grab those real quick. Alright, because I did waste a couple of them. I can also just use these fruits. I'll do one extra one right here. But yeah, I think this is likely just the team I'm going to finish this off with. I like them. I like all the characters. I like that it gives me the bond bonus and I can start working on some bond stuff. I haven't actually been using my Summer Ibuki for this one, just because I haven't needed to use her all that much, to be 100% real with you. Now that I have 2 MP5s, I can now just choose between which one I'm specifically feeling for the event. Actually, I wonder how she would be. It's actually been a very long time. Since I've had her, she's been my go-to for any kind of grinding things. It wasn't until right now with Cuckoo. And she'd probably be doing a lot. I could probably throw in one extra one at the end here. She's kind of related to Cuckoo, I guess. I forgot again. There we go. The one thing I will say that is nice about, like, the basic grind teams, like, obviously the 2 supporters and an Oberon, very easy to remember the rhythm and the rhyme. Just do this, just do that, and you're good to go, and then don't think about it anymore. Or any further. It's not necessary. Cool. Very nice pick up and put down, and then this guy dies. Thank you. I like that she's hit a crit with that every single time. She must have, like, at most, like, a 1%, a 10% chance of getting crit by that, and she gets it every single time. That's loyalty. That's when you know a servant is truly down for you and down for anything that you're up for. I get another one. I swear to God, I never get these double busters. I've gotten more triple busters on this specific run than I've had through. I forgot to hit the master skill. It's fine. It's fine. But I've gotten them more here than I've gotten anywhere else. Is what I was trying to say. All right. Not bad. Bump, bump, bump. Thank you for hitting me with that water. Cool, refreshing. I'll heal her a little bit, just for the fun of it. And I'll use this for the fun of it, because there's no point, because the fight's about to end. There we go. I'm so confident, I'm like, you know what, Vich can have the last hit if this somehow does not kill. If they survive both the Noble Phantasm and the crit, that's going to be insane, but they're not. They would have had to have used their defensive skills. See? Told you. Kyodai. Okay. Alright. One final one. And it will be a bonus soda as I go in here with... Yeah. It's annoying that I was like one stamina off from being perfect, but it's fine. It's whatever. Go here. Go to arts. Yep. Go here. Go to Berserk. There it is. Berserker of the Tenki. Go here. Go here. Switch out my boy Waver for, of course, the Mothman Prophecies. Yeah, I'll go there. I haven't used Ibuki a single time for this entire event, so now I'm just kind of curious to see how she does. I'm sure she'll do perfectly fine. I do love her, for sure, hearing her go crazy. Alright, there we go. This is so annoying that she had the perfect card set for turn 2 when she had it on turn 1. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Go here. I'm gonna swap out to Oberon because hopefully that changes things around, but we'll see. Yeah, this is a terrible go. I'll go there. Yeah, this is terrible for having the lack of cards. That's absolutely terrible. But it should still be fine. Yeah, she still did a really good damage here, so she should be able to finish this off next turn. If, again, I had her card, she would have likely been able to finish it this time around, but it's alright. Yeah, there we go. There's your cards. And then if they somehow survive this, I'll be very shocked. There we go. I mean, I guess just for maximum power, I should buffer up just slightly more. I guess that is another thing that's kind of nice for the arts units, is that you can actually spam out this Noble Phantasm pretty easy. Especially if you have a friend with the Castoria that had the chocolate, they get the full NP up. So if you somehow have a friend with the full Valentine's Day chocolate and they have an MP5 Castoria, that's just an insane power boost up on turn 1. There we go. Yep, about what I expect from her. The power of type advantage is truly something else. Alright everyone, thank you very much for watching. There'll be other videos coming up pretty soon. I have some other videos I promised to make to some other people coming up, but for the most part it's pretty chill right now. Takatsuji should be starting up somewhere close to near the end of March, just because we're about to get very dangerously close to Tiamat and Draco coming up, because they're a month away at this point. From where you're hearing this, a month from now, we'll be having Tiamat come in, and then not long after Draco. So enjoy the peaceful times while they're here. But thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm surprised that people watch any of these gameplay videos, but apparently they do, and I appreciate it a whole bunch. I'm not used to that, so if you ended up watching it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.